The Stone Age marks the very genesis of human history, an immense epoch stretching from roughly 2.5 million years ago to around 3000 BCE. It was during this formative period that our earliest ancestors, armed with little more than their ingenuity and the raw materials of the natural world, took their first monumental steps toward survival and innovation. This era, defined by the use of stone for making tools, laid the foundational groundwork for everything that followed. From the first settled communities to the sprawling civilizations of the modern world, it represents humanity's initial, yet profound, chapter story of resilience, creativity, and the relentless drive to adapt and overcome the challenges of a wild and untamed planet. The dawn of human technology began with the simple, yet revolutionary, act of shaping stone. Early hominins, our distant relatives, discovered that by striking one rock against another, they could create sharp edges capable of performing tasks their bare hands could not. The first of these implements were crude pebble tools, often just river stones with a few flakes chipped off to create a cutting surface. These were multi-purpose instruments, essential for scavenging, butchering carcasses, and breaking open bones to access nutritious marrow. This initial breakthrough set in motion a long and gradual process of technological evolution that would define the entire Stone Age. As millennia passed, these simple tools gave way to more sophisticated designs. The Acheulean hand axe, a symmetrical bifacial tool shaped like a teardrop, became the hallmark of the lower Paleolithic period. It was a true multi-tool, used for everything from chopping wood and digging for roots to defending against predators. Its standardized form, found across Africa, Asia, and Europe, suggests the transmission of knowledge and learned skills over vast distances in countless generations. Following the hand axe, the Middle Paleolithic saw the rise of the Mousterian industry, associated with Neanderthals, which introduced the level-wad technique, a method of preparing a stone core to produce a variety of specialized flakes such as scrapers for processing hides and points for affixing to spears. Finally, in the Upper Paleolithic, Homo Sapiens pioneered blade technology, producing long, narrow flakes that could be fashioned into an even wider array of specialized tools, including burins for engraving, awls for piercing, and projectile points for more effective hunting. This continuous refinement of stone tool technology demonstrates not just a growing technical skill, but also an expanding cognitive ability to plan, conceptualize, and solve increasingly complex problems. For the vast majority of the Stone Age, humans lived as hunter-gatherers, their existence dictated by the rhythms of the natural world. They moved across the landscape in small nomadic bands, likely composed of extended family groups. This mobile lifestyle was a practical response to the seasonal availability of resources. Their subsistence strategy was one of resourcefulness and deep ecological knowledge. They foraged for a wide variety of edible plants, including fruits, nuts, seeds, and roots, which likely formed the stable base of their diet. This gathering was complemented by hunting, which initially targeted small game, insects, and fish. As their tools and cooperative strategies improved, they began to hunt larger animals, such as deer, horses, and, in some cases, mammoths and mastodons. This shift to big game hunting required sophisticated levels of communication, coordination, and social cohesion within the group. Life in these nomadic communities was a constant struggle for survival, prompting innovations that went far beyond stone tools. To protect themselves from the elements, early humans sought shelter in natural formations like caves and rock overhangs. Over time, they learned to construct their own rudimentary shelters using materials like wood, animal bones, and hides. These structures, ranging from simple lintos to more substantial huts, provided a crucial buffer against harsh weather and predators. Clothing, initially made from animal skins and later from woven plant fibers, offered essential insulation, allowing humans to survive in colder climates and expand their range into new territories. The development of these basic necessities reflects a growing mastery over their environment and a deeper understanding of how to manipulate natural resources to meet their fundamental needs for warmth, shelter, and protection. Among the most transformative discoveries of the Stone Age was the controlled use of fire. While early humans may have initially harvested fire from natural sources like lightning strikes, the real breakthrough came with the ability to create it at will, likely through friction or by striking pyrite against flint. Fire fundamentally altered the human experience. It provided a reliable source of warmth, enabling survival in frigid environments and extending activity into the cold, dark hours of the night. It offered a powerful defense against nocturnal predators, keeping dangerous animals at bay and creating a safe haven around the hearth. Perhaps most importantly, fire revolutionized diet. Cooking food not only made it easier to chew and digest, but also unlocked vital nutrients and killed harmful bacteria, leading to improved health and supporting the development of a larger, more energy-intensive brain. The campfire also became the heart of social life, a central point. where the community gathered to share food, tell stories, and strengthen social bonds, laying the groundwork for more complex cultural practices. The Stone Age was not merely an era of survival, it was also the birthplace of human art, culture, and symbolic thought. Deep within caves across Europe, Asia, and Africa, our ancestors left behind breathtaking galleries of paintings and engravings. Using natural pigments made from charcoal, ochre, and other minerals, they depicted a world teeming with animals like bison, horses, and deer, as well as abstract symbols and human handprints. These magnificent artworks, such as those found in Lascaux and Chauvet, are more than just decorative, they offer a profound glimpse into the minds of their creators, suggesting complex beliefs, ritualistic practices, and a burgeoning sense of spirituality. Alongside these visual expressions, Stone Age people crafted personal ornaments from shells, teeth, and bone, and carved small, portable sculptures, the most famous being the Venus figurines, which may have symbolized fertility or motherhood. The discovery of bone flutes dating back over 40,000 years provides the earliest concrete evidence of music, indicating that our ancestors sought not only to survive but also to express themselves and create beauty in their world. This flowering of creativity signifies the emergence of a fully modern human mind, capable of abstraction, symbolism, and shared cultural identity. Toward the end of the Stone Age, beginning around 10,000 BCE, humanity embarked on its most radical transformation yet, the Neolithic Revolution. In various parts of the world, from the Fertile Crescent to China and the Americas, hunter-gatherer societies began to transition to a new way of life centered on agriculture and the domestication of animals. Instead of following migratory herds, people learned to cultivate crops like wheat, barley, and rice, and to raise animals like sheep, goats, and cattle. This shift from food collection to food production had monumental consequences. It allowed for the creation of a stable and predictable food surplus, which in turn enabled people to abandon their nomadic existence and settle in one place. This led to the formation of the first permanent villages and, eventually, towns. A sedentary lifestyle fostered new social structures, the concept of land ownership, and the specialization of labor, as not everyone needed to be directly involved in food procurement. This agricultural revolution was the final and most decisive innovation of the Stone Age, setting the stage for the rise of complex societies, urban centers, and the dawn of recorded history. The Stone Age, therefore, was humanity's first and longest chapter, a period of profound struggle and extraordinary achievement. It was during these millennia that our ancestors mastered their environment, honed their intellect, and developed the social and cultural tools that would define our species. From the first chipped stone to the first cultivated field, the innovations of the Stone Age were not merely technical, but deeply human, born from a fundamental drive to survive, connect, and create. The resilience, problem-solving, and burgeoning creativity of our Stone Age forebears forged the very foundations upon which all subsequent human civilization has been built.